Alright, so today I want to bring you in the greenhouse. I want to go over harvest data with specific species. I want to get into second flush versus first flush. I also want to get into all the research we've been doing with wood chips versus sawdust. We're trying to increase the yields on our farm and work with what we got and kind of keep the labor where it is, but increase our yields and try not to do more work but make more money. That's what business is all about. So all that research is just starting to come in. I want to kind of break it down, go over our greenhouse rotation schedule, and kind of show you guys what our greenhouses look from first flush to second flush, and as they mature, kind of what to expect. All this is really great research if you guys are just starting a mushroom farm. And if you guys haven't heard, I've just opened up 2 spots in July for our mentorship program starting July 2nd. I'll leave a link to my website below. All of the course details are on our website. If you have any questions, just send me an email. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, so this greenhouse we started filling May 17th, and by May 22nd we had completely filled this with about 800 blocks. So that took us about 6 days, which is right about what we're looking to do. Last year we had the problem where we were taking about 8 to 10 days to fill a greenhouse, and then we were getting a longer rotation by the time we got our second flush. It was usually taking about 8 weeks. So ideally, the faster we can fill this greenhouse, the faster we can flip it and get more blocks in here and actually have more production throughout the year. So we always like to harvest our newest greenhouse that is flushing and then finish off with our older greenhouses to prevent any kind of spread of bacteria or molds, anything like that. We want to stay clean, so by harvesting cleanest to oldest, we can limit any kind of potential contamination. So right now this greenhouse is just starting to pop. We have, let me see here, we have pearl oyster, lion's mane, king oyster, and enoki all growing in this greenhouse. And we're just starting to get all of our hammer milled sawdust into production, and we're trying to compare that with our wood chips. So for the last 4 years of my business, we've always done 20% Bran mixed in with our wood chips to get usually about anywhere between half a pound and 3/4 of a pound, depending on the species we're growing on the first flush. So today I want to compare the first flush of our pearl oysters, which has 20% Bran, but it's on sawdust. Now we are theorizing that because we have sawdust, the mycelium is actually going to be able to colonize more of the substrate and get actually more benefit from the wood itself without actually doing any kind of extra supplementation to boost the yield. So we're looking to see, just by switching to sawdust, we can increase our yield. And then the second thing we're looking to do is increase our supplementation to get even more of a yield. And we've actually started switching over to soy hulls, and right now we're playing around with about 35 to 40%. I'll get into that. I don't think I have any in this greenhouse right now. So for the sole purpose of us kind of having a baseline, we're looking just to strictly compare sawdust versus wood chips, same supplementation. Do we get an increase in yield? That's what we're looking to find out right now. So these pearl oysters here, they're all done on our hammer milled sawdust. And just, visually, these are already looking pretty good. We only have 1 cluster per block, it looks like. Normally we always cut 2 slits in the bag. But yeah, first observation, we just have 1 cluster per block. We got lots up here. These ones I'm gonna have to check. They feel like sawdust as well. We have lion's mane, again, these are all on 20% Bran sawdust. We usually only get about half a pound with lion's mane. Great. More pearl oysters over here. We got lots of king oysters, and these are actually all on wood chips. We haven't done our research with the king oysters yet. This was all just finishing up from the spring, and they're just all starting to grow right now. Lots of king oysters all on this top shelf here, and a lot of this is going to get harvested right now. So conclusion for this video, I don't really see a difference in yield using sawdust versus wood chips. We've done the baseline of our 20-25% Bran for our pearl oyster, and to be honest, we usually get about 0.4 to 0.5 on the first flush. It's always been not really that impressive. Ever since I started playing around with soy hulls and using the Masters mix, that's when we've been getting the big yields. So right now we're trying to figure out what is the optimal amount of soy hulls to add to our sawdust, and we are playing around with about 35%, and none of that is in our greenhouses right now. We need to see what kind of harvest data is going to start coming in for that. What I can tell you is that we had soy hulls about 20% in our sawdust for our lion's mane, and we were getting about 0.6, if not a little bit more, for our lion's mane. So we were getting a little bump in our yield. But I also know that that particular strain, this is a wild strain from Portland, Maine, and it's always yielded about 0.6 with our wood chips. So it's kind of difficult to kind of really figure out whether or not it's worth it using wood chips versus sawdust. But if you start thinking about how you can be more efficient with sawdust, where we can actually use like a ribbon mixer, and we can use a hopper, and we can bag with some kind of mechanization on our farm. You can't really do that with wood chips because we got to hand sort all of the sticks and twigs out of our substrate. Whereas with the sawdust, we can mechanize. And if we're talking about just being more efficient on the farm, we're definitely a lot faster with sawdust in the production area because we're not sifting any of our wood chips. The hammer mill does slow us down a bit to process and make the sawdust, but we're even getting faster at that. I'm going to be doing a video talking about our hammer mill soon. So a little surprised. I thought even just by switching to sawdust we would actually get a boost in yield, but it doesn't appear to be at all what is happening here. And really it all just comes down to supplementation, and soy hulls is definitely where our research is headed. So I'll keep you guys posted. Again, this is just a sample size of some of the mushrooms we're growing. We have a lot of different mushroom varieties, and supplementation does vary between species. So I'll keep you guys posted throughout the whole year on this channel, and hopefully we'll dial in a process that works for us, and hopefully this video can help some of you guys get a little bit further ahead in your mushroom business or your mushroom farm. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video.